Welcome, everyone, on this Christmas Eve. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everyone. I'm Eagles insider Dave Spadaro, along with the Hall of Famer Brian Westbrook, and it's Self Scout presented by Golden Nugget Jewelers. We're talking about the Eagles' heart-stopping 32-30 win over the Houston Texans on Sunday at Lincoln Financial Field, and the offense in particular, which, Brian, rang up 519 total net yards. Yeah. Nick Foles, 4 touchdown passes. The Eagles getting better and better on offense.
You know, it's weird to say this, but Nick Foles continues, you're right, to get better every single week. He continues to impress. This offense as a unit has played better and better and better. Certainly starts up front. Our receivers have had a day, and Zach Ertz, what else can you say about the kid? He continues to impress every single week. He gets it done.
And for the Eagles, look, I mean, they saw a weakness with the Houston Texans. Houston coming into this game down some players in the secondary and then losing 3 players during the game on Sunday. And the Eagles went bombs away. And Nick Foles going vertical. Down the field to Alshon Jeffrey. Down the field to Nelson Aguilar. Perfect strike for an 83-yard touchdown play. And then underneath to Ertz and to Goddard. And this is the way the offense is drawn up, Brian. Run-pass ratio, not there, but nobody cared on the day when the Eagles went up and down the field.
When you watch Nick Foles, and a big part of playing the quarterback position is understanding what the defense is doing, understand what they're giving you, and then taking advantage of the one-on-one opportunities. Nick Foles is a master of that. He understands exactly what the defense is doing. In every one-on-one opportunity, Alshon gets a one-on-one, Nick throws the ball up. Nelson Aguilar gets a one-on-one, Nick throws the ball up. Same thing with Zach Ertz. Nick gives these guys opportunities that they weren't getting before. It's been impressive to watch.
Yeah, it really has been, Brian. And the Eagles have been answering this question for the last couple of weeks. Why is the offense taking that next step these last few weeks?
Well, it's tough to say because I think, of course, a lot of focus was on Zach Ertz early on in the season. I think Nick is now giving these guys an opportunity. And it's hard for a defense to play when they don't know if Darren Sproles will be out of the backfield for a catch, if Zach Ertz is going to be the guy, if Nelson Aguilar is going to be the guy, if Alshon Jeffrey. That means they have to cover their 53.5 feet of the field. They have to be able to cover that. And it's just hard for a defense to do that play after play after play. Nick spreads the ball around. It's been great for this offense.
Yeah, you mentioned Darren Sproles. I mean, look, I think a lot of people gave up on Sproles during that period of time when 10 weeks went by, hamstring injury. He'll never come back. And honestly, I understand why you're doing it because that took a long time to come back from an injury. And you wonder, an older player, can he come back with the same quickness, with the same burst? And boy, oh boy, he does. This man, this experienced NFL player is a freak.
I went back and watched the tape again this morning, and as I'm watching it, I'm thinking of how I felt when I was 30 years old, 31 years old in the NFL, and I knew every single game. There was just times where I just didn't have it anymore. And then I watched a game yesterday, and Darren Sproles, 3rd down, 4th down opportunities. He's catching the ball out of the backfield. The defenders a little bit too slow to get out there to get him. Then he's just breaking tackles, getting into the end zone. It's been impressive to watch him in the way that he affects the game in the pass game, but also in the run game.
You mentioned the 4th down. Doug Peterson went for it 4 times on 4th down, converted all 4 of them. The first of which, late on that first drive, 4th and 1, and Foles goes to Sproles, touchdown. Brian, I love the design of this play. I love the recognition of this play. The Eagles clearly saw that they could get the ball to Darren Sproles quickly in space in one-on-one coverage, and the Texans had no answer.
We used to do this play an awful lot, and Andy would always say, just get the ball in Westbrook's hands and let him just go do his thing. Same type of thing for Darren Sproles. Get him the football and allow him just to make magic. And there's almost no defender in the NFL that can stop him in one-on-one situations when he has space. He can crawl underneath you. He can make you miss. He can outrun you to the edge. Darren Sproles continues to be a useful weapon for this offense.
And while all of those who touched the football did a magnificent job on Sunday, those who blocked more than just the offensive line also rose to the occasion against an outstanding Houston Texans front with J.J. Watt and Jadeveon Clowney and Wynton Merciless coming off the edge. The Eagles did a spectacular job matching up, neutralizing J.J. Watt. Now, Clowney had his.
Yeah.
Didn't hear much from Merciless. I thought the Eagles really backed off the blitz. We had seen a lot of Tyrann Mathieu coming from the safety position blitzing. Eagles just dictated to Houston.
See, Clowney moved around a little bit, and it's hard to figure out exactly who's the blocking responsibility. He was kind of the joker, if you will, in a lot of different sets. But J.J. Watt lined up over Lane Johnson most of the game. And Lane Johnson proved why he is one of the best tackles in the NFL right now. Long arms, he kept J.J. Watt at bay. And there was a times where you didn't even realize J.J. Watt was on the field because Lane Johnson was doing such a good job yesterday. Completely impressed by that.
Analyze Lane Johnson's season, if you would, Brian, because he was very upset last week that he didn't make the Pro Bowl after making it a season ago. He believes there's a right tackle bias. In your opinion, did Lane Johnson have a Pro Bowl season?
You know, he's been up and down a little bit. I mean, but when he's good, when he's healthy, he's the best tackle in the league. There's no doubt about it. The foot quickness, his agility to go right and left laterally, his ability to use his long arms to stop a defender. He has that Pro Bowl potential. And of course, he is a Pro Bowler when he's healthy. There was times this year where he wasn't all the way healthy. But again, what happens in the Pro Bowl, it happens all the time. When you're a Pro Bowler, the years before, you usually go the next year, even if you don't play all the way up to your potential. Lane Johnson had a good enough year to be a Pro Bowler this season.
The Eagles offense on Sunday, the best performance of the year, 519 total net yards. The Eagles converting third downs, 9 of 16, 4 of 4 on fourth down, 7.1 yards per play, and over 9 yards per pass attempt, which, Brian, that is a key statistic in the NFL. The Eagles' pass game has gone vertical, and we love it.
Big-time plays down the field. You're giving these guys, and we have some playmakers. You have to give them an opportunity. You're giving these guys like Nelson the ability to make a play, one-on-one play. Go make the contested play. You're giving a guy like Alshon with – you're talking about his entire career. He's been a big body receiver that can make those 50-50 catches, contested catches. He's done that the last couple of weeks. Nick Foles gives him those opportunities.
And there you go. So the Eagles getting thumbs up all around for the performance on Sunday against the Houston Texans. That is our Self-Scout presented by Golden Nugget Jewelers, where Philly gets engaged. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas once again, and thanks so much for joining us.